Shoes are off. Sweatpants of strength and posterity are on. Damn, I can't lose. Only thing that's gonna bring me down is the wrong mental mindset. So I gotta be strong. 10 reps, baby. Yeah. Here we go. Three more. Here we go. 3 more. Ooh. Yeah. Two more. It's getting easier every time. 2. Last rep. Freedom. Now only 2 more sets to go. It's all about pushing yourself. Started with 315, feeling it out, felt pretty good. We went up to 365. 10 reps felt pretty good, so screw it. We're gonna try 405 for 10 reps. As you can tell too, it's gonna be a little bit more touch and go rather than the full deadlift where you have the choice, of course, to bring it down, rest, get ready for the next repetition, lift from that complete dead position. But since we're really just trying to get more of the hypertrophy training here, higher volume, we're gonna probably introduce, or at least I am, a little bit more touch and go, bring it down, touch, and then immediately go back in the other one. You'll keep a little bit more elasticity, the elastic strength in the hamstrings that way, so you'll feel you can be able to lift a bit more and a bit easier, I guess, in that sense. So yeah, we're gonna try it out. Double over. Really working on that grip strength. See if I can do it. Ooh, losing the grip. Last one. Oh yeah, it's feeling pretty good. Looking forward to seeing where our 1 rep max is at the deadlift after introducing this kind of training. Really good. It ain't easy, but nothing ever worth doing ever was. Shit, getting that out was actually harder than doing the deadlifts. Weighted pull-ups. Sticking with the 4 sets, 10 rep scheme. And of course, if you cannot do pull-ups, then you can always do pull-downs or assisted pull-ups. So that way you build up that strength. But we feel pretty confident in our pull-ups, so we're gonna start off with weighted pull-ups. And we got a 40-pound dumbbell here. After those deadlifts, I don't know, we'll see how these feel. You're gonna lasso this little guy right between your legs. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, that felt kind of heavy. Not gonna lie. But got through it. Now it's Hudson's turn. Track that scapula down and back. As you're going, just imagine that you're putting your elbows into those back pockets. Try to bring the bar up to about the clavicle. As you can see, there's really no bar here, so I mean, you know, just about the same level as you can. Slow and controlled. One of the best overall indications of upper body strength, the pull-up, one of our favorites. Yeah. Kind of a shitty last rep, but hey, you do what you can, you know what I mean? Whew. Oh yeah. Only 3 left. What do we got next? The high pulls. Kind of an Olympic style lift here. The good thing about this exercise is that it's kind of like an intro into more complicated lifts. Let's say the clean or the power snatch, things like that. And we're just gonna go over a little bit of form on this one. Now, it's not gonna get too in depth on this tutorial. In the future, we'll have a little bit more in-depth tutorial on it. We just want to kind of go over the bare essentials so you can kind of keep some things in mind. Now, the first thing to keep in mind, and it's going to be a lot in the hips. So it's going to work on hip extension here. So that's kind of the first thing to keep in mind. The second is, as you use that hip extension, you're creating power and momentum through the hips. You're going to be shrugging as you do it, so the bar is slightly lifting away from you. And as you're getting that power and momentum, the bar is starting to carry up, and then you're gonna carry the rest of the way with the shoulders and upper back, keeping those elbows really high, and the bar should be coming right about chin level there. So all that combination is gonna hit full extension here, even come up on your toes a little bit to create a little bit more strength and power through the legs. Row it high, and essentially this is the movement you make before, let's say, like a clean or even a snatch here, power snatch. So we're just gonna kind of go through it and see how it feels. All right, first up, it's about hip width on the stance. You're gonna be flexing in the hips, legs slightly bent, but as you can tell, this creates room for that hip extension here. Arms straight, outside shoulder width, grip. Yeah, so let's just do a little clean here. As you can tell, get in here, and then you would clean. So that's the beginning portion of something like a clean, where you're rowing it really high and creating that momentum, so when you bring it that high, you'll be able to flip the grip. But of course, we're just working on the high pull. Bring it all the way up, getting used to that power hip extension and that high pull action there. Shrugging, keeping those elbows high. Try not to pull too much in the wrist. Where you're pulling here, then you're gonna feel all of a sudden your forearms start burning. You're like, what the hell? Am I supposed to be feeling it there? No. So keep those wrists pretty straight. Lead with those elbows, shrug. So you're really gonna feel a lot of activation in the traps, the upper back area as well, and also the hip action area. And you can tell I'm very winded like normal, trying to talk right after my set. For more of an isolation exercise, utilizing shoulder extension and flexion, this works a hell of a lot of muscles. A bit in the chest, the lats, serratus anteriors, the core, shoulders, traps. Man, no wonder this is a good exercise. Complete upper body pump. I want to take a nice deep breath on the way back. Then exhale. Keep the hips low. My purple levels yet? Like red line. Yeah. Okay. Don't judge. We're about to commit a major gym crime. We got some curling in the squat rack.
How dare us? What's happened to us? What happened to the buff dudes that used to be so considerate and etiquette was above all? Well, hey, the good news is this gym is basically empty, so we normally wouldn't do this, but it's just us, so, you know, feels kind of good. Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law. Yeah. Shit, I think I hear the sirens coming. They spotted me, I gotta get out of here.
Okay. Moving on to back extensions. This one's gonna be weighted. Now you're doing a lot of core work in this program. And if you're doing a lot of core work, you can't forget about the lower back because that's gonna make up the core itself. Now doing a lot of crunches, doing a lot of abdominal work, specifically isolating the abdominal muscles, what'll happen is those muscles will get tight, much like many other muscles. And what it'll wanna do is pull you forward as the tighter they get, then all of a sudden your posture feels like it's not as good as it should be. So now working the strength in the lower back, we already did deadlift, so that's obviously a lot of lower back work, but now we're gonna be isolating the rectus spinae muscles, lower back, a little bit in the lats, and this is gonna be a perfect exercise for this, which is gonna be the back extensions. We're not gonna be working on hyper extensions, that's when you're hyperextending the back. Personally, I don't really like that exercise. Puts a little too much pressure on the spine itself, so it's just going to be extending the back, so it's about neutral spine position, or maybe slight extension in the lower lumbar. So let's try it out. Oh yeah. There'll be a little work in the hamstrings and the glutes. This machine here is slightly different than normal back extension machines, which is fine. You still get the proper movement there, but there's gonna be that hip flexion and slight extension in there too. When you get in that position, slight arch in the lumbar, and you'll feel the rectus spinae muscles really contract. Slight hold, and then lower it down to the bottom position.
All right, there we go. Phase 2, day 3, upper body pull is in the books. Felt pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie, it felt a little bad too, but in a good way, because I know my muscles are breaking down. It's time to fuel them, it's time to get bigger. Keep going strong, we got a lot longer to go.
And we'll see you on lower body pull. That's next up.
Yeah, oh yeah. So you know what to do until next time. Stay buff.